Hello everyone, how are you doing? I'm doing really well. I'm sitting on a new couch that I got, and I'm reveling in the fact that there's been so much unpacking. Look at that. Look at this right next to me. That's floor. You can see it. It's remarkable. There's there's a path, a nice big happy path you can walk through my living room now. It's pretty amazing. I stubbed my toe a couple weeks back and it hurt, and I stood there kind of going, this happens to me at least once a day and I hate it. It shouldn't have to happen, but it does because I live in a mess. That's why it's happening. And I don't like living in messes. That's no fun, but I've been doing that for a really long time. But I've been dreading to actually undertake the cleaning up. And that's really weird, but it's kind of like I've spent the last many years living in that old kind of childlike mentality of, I can make messes, but I can't clean them up. And that's just due to conditioning, and eventually in my adulthood it was because of major depressive disorder too. That did not help. But I have lived on my own now for about 2.5 years almost, and I just was like, I've had to navigate this place in this messy state for all of this time, including when I had a broken ankle. And stubbing your toe when you have a broken ankle, wow. If you want to take your breath away, that'll do it. Holy crap. So I was just like, okay, my ankle is no longer broken. I need to deal with this. So I have been, and what's awesome is there's extra value that you can find in going through all of your old stuff, because I forgot I have this amazing necklace. This was like in a box somewhere, kind of just like shoved in. This is like onyx and amethyst. I'm not very close to the camera, but yeah, this is genuine onyx and amethyst beads that I strung up years ago. It's a fantastic chain. It's one of my favorites. I thought I lost it. Haven't lost it. It was in a box. So finding the strength and, dare I say, courage a little bit to go through the old things and just be like, wow, a solid 85% of the stuff I have serves no purpose, has price tags still on it, and I'm clearly never going to use it because I've had it for 16 years, some of this stuff. So let's let someone else have it, shall we? So it became actually a pleasant experience to be going through this entire process as a result, because of the benefits of it have been outweighing the lack of benefit. Can't think of the opposite word right now off the top of my head. And along with that, it has been kind of a way of illuminating that more positive aspect to things, rather than being like, oh, this place is such a mess and I'm never gonna get through it all. There's just too much stuff to do. I'm tired after work. My foot hurts. I've got laundry to do and dishes to wash, and I'm never gonna get everything all done, and blah, 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 blah. And then finally, yeah, getting hurt. I was like, enough. This needs to stop. This is stupid. This place can be actually really cool, and all that's holding me back from having a cool place is me. So it was a matter of doing like what they taught, what they taught me way back when I first started college years ago, and that is, when you have a paper that's due and you know because it says on your syllabus when it is due, you obviously plan out, you know, okay, I need this much time to research, I need this much time to draft, I need this much time to put it all together, I need this much time to format and make my bibliography, and then it's time to hand it in, right? Like you go backwards in time and you figure out what you need to do, and you make small bite-sized goals as you go. Obviously, right? Makes life a lot more fun and easier than trying to write a paper the night before when you've done no work before, right? I think this is a common lesson we all learn, or maybe we don't. I don't know. But it was one that I learned, but forgot, I guess, until I realized a lot of stuff that I had was like furnishings were not serving a purpose. They were just there because I had them. And when I left my married life, I had to make a go of it with literally no money at all. So I took what was there for me to take realistically from the home, and I didn't have any money to buy anything better at the time. And I'm like, wait a minute, now I have money to buy things that are better. Why don't I do that? And that way I can have a reward for going through all of this hassle. That's using my noodle. Yay! You know, like, I know I'm not saying anything like revolutionary here, but I guess if it seems so novel to me at this point, then it's probably not all that front of mind for others as well. That's what draws me to make this video. So anyway, that's where I've been. It's because I've been selling old things on Marketplace and just sorting and yeah, figuring out the layout of this place and how I want it to go, and realizing what resources I have around me and what those are, and prioritizing those, and realizing I don't need to hold on to all this old stuff, because a lot of the stuff that I had was purchased in a traumatized, kind of traumatic state. That's a whole nother like video at least. But when you go through your old things and you have the memories of like, oh yeah, I remember getting that. Why did I get that? That happened to me the whole time. Why did I buy this? This is ugly. Why? And then I think back on it and go, oh, that's why, because I was in a really, really bad place. And I was trying to comfort myself. I was trying to soothe myself. Even if I only had $1 left to spend, I was gonna find something that was $1 and I was gonna throw it in the cart. Because I was feeling so incredibly anxious, scared, depressed, angry, all kinds of bad things. And that can make us make really strange decisions when we're buying things. That's something I learned. I would buy anything if it meant I could get something. Didn't have to be anything good. And I appreciate that that's all because I did not feel good, I did not feel worthy, I did not feel valuable, I didn't feel valued. So I was gonna buy all kinds of junk and tell myself it was gonna make me feel better. And guess what? It never did. Oh, big surprise. So, but it has felt amazing to get rid of old stuff and be able to consolidate that which I do have intention to use and keep that. Buy furniture that makes so much more sense and in an aesthetic that I like. I don't have to ask anybody's permission. If I want to have a fully mid-century modern living room, then I damn well can, and I love it. That makes me happy. I don't have to argue. I don't have to hear my ex-husband be like, that's the ugliest thing in the world. I'm not buying that. Um, I don't have to hear that crap. I can just be like, I see a couch that I like. I'm going to buy it. I see a chair. I see a table. I can buy it. So that's what's been going on. I've been kind of upgrading, up-leveling my life, realizing things about the past that don't make any sense and don't have to continue. And I figured that would maybe help somebody else out there. If you've been living one particular way or something is a consistent problem like a mess, once you start, like all it took was like dealing with one little box of stuff. And once that happened and I realized, yeah, like more than 50% of it was stuff that could go, even if I had to give it away, didn't matter, you know, that felt fantastic. So yeah, if you're sitting on a bunch of things, do it. Do it. I swear to God, it'll make you feel so much better. And even if it takes a while, just little teeny tiny successes, it's intoxicating. Now I'm just in a place where I have to just wait for my other things to get here to put this together. I'll see you later.